beautiful people, and welcome to Unscripted with Melissa Santillan. Today, I have an exciting episode. I have not one, not two, not three, but I have 5 guests with me this evening. So bear with me. I am going to introduce them one by one. And I wanted to share with you first, before we get started, that these are all community event organizers, and they all have events coming up this year. So be prepared to take down some dates, some times, and what type of things to expect from all of these events. So I'm going to start first with Antonio Ramirez. Tony, yes, I get to do that. And another reason for the huge applause is congratulations, because Domingos en el Parque is his event, and it is now an award-winning event.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. That's for the comunidad, for the community. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, your involvement with Domingos, and some history.
History? Ooh, I know I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible.
Okay.
But thank you. Yes, we recently got the award from the Rockford Area's Art Council. Definitely an honor, even just being nominated. We were nominated for 2. We got the one for placemaking and space making, which was awesome. But, recently we actually did also present it to the Park District and left the award at its home, because I believe that the award belongs to the community. Park District, Rockford Park District, which has been doing a lot of work in our community for over a lot of years, I think also needs to be recognized too for our comunidad to know that, it wouldn't be possible unless we had a great partner like the Rockford Park District, which I've been doing for 10 years as a coordinator, now director for Domingos en el Parque. So this is going to be 10th, 11th year of doing the Domingos, and we're just going to continue to grow. It's originally started in 2002 with one of our great leaders, Armando Cardenas. And, just when we took it on, we just wanted to continue the legacy and continue to offer something in our community that was free, affordable, live entertainment. And, we started adding vendors and food because there isn't much going on for our community. And so it's been one of the things that has been consistent, has been staying active in our community. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that I'm a part of it. And we're bringing a whole new, energy to it too, with a lot of new volunteers that are helping in every different aspect, from finding vendors, entertainment, activities, soccer. We had soccer this last year. It was awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Rogelio, for that as well, bringing that piece into it, the arts. So we're just always re-innovating. And my thing is that I'm listening to what the community wants. Lo que quiere la comunidad. We try to fix it in, but I also want to make sure that people are putting their part into it, because I don't want it to be seeming like, oh, it's Antonio's idea. No, we all have ideas. How can we bring it together into Domingos? I'm always open to it.
And I love that you say that, because this episode today is all about us all collaborating together.
Yes.
I appreciate everybody right here at this table so much, just because some of you I've just met recently, and some of you I've known for years. And just to be a part of committees and helping with the events and just being a family. This needed to happen. And we all talked about this happening, and now it's here.
It's here.
So it's super exciting to just be here and watching all of these collaborative ideas just take place.
Definitely. And I think one thing I want to add to that is the love. You feel the love. Recently, that's what I've been feeling in all the groups that I've been at and with many of you, is that we have that same love for the community. And it's not just about our family or ourselves. It's about bringing everybody together and bringing parts of the community that, have maybe a bad vision or thought about, what certain parts of the community look like or have history of having certain things. No, man, you need to come and be a part of it. And so that's the thing that I do want to add to that. We've been showing a lot of love to each other, and I hope people start, feeling that love when they come out to any of our events, which is awesome that we are collaborating. It's feeling good. It's going to be a good year for everybody. But I don't know if I missed anything else. I know we have 4 dates for this summer.
Yes.
We have, and I got to look at my cheat sheet.
Oh my
Nobody know
gosh.
that?
I just started cracking up.
If you want to pull your phone out in a little while, we can definitely.
It's not his phone. It's his hand.
Hey, hold on. Don't give my tips out.
He went old school.
I was sitting here watching him talk, and he's going like this, and I'm like,
Look at Hey, got my. All right,
Smooth, Tony, smooth.
I'll give the dates for now, and then the themes for each one. Unless you want me to do that with the dates as well. We do got the themes. I don't know how you want me to break that down. Do you want to?
Let's. You know what?
Intros or?
I'm gonna continue with everybody else, and then we'll follow back. That way, you can organize all that because he's got quite a few dates, and we just recently all had a meeting where. We themed them all, so it's exciting.
Your themes.
They're all themed this year.
Do we get to wear costumes? Is it like a dress-up theme?
Some might, yeah.
We would love to see it.
everybody's like, oh.
Because I know last year, one of the one that's kicked off the theme was you had a Selena inspired group.
Yeah.
So like we took it to another level. With it had Selena.
Yeah, that's true.
Selena's. With an S.
Anything for the Salinas?
Yes. So
Anything
we'll
for
share that.
Salinas.
A lot of we're gonna share a lot of firsts that hasn't been promoted out there yet here tonight. For the show. So yeah.
Yeah. So my next introduction is the beautiful Evangelina Jimenez, and I had to give her round of applause, big round of applause for this beautiful woman right here. She's an entrepreneur. She's an artist. She is definitely a go-getter, a trailblazer.
Doing my best.
Yeah.
And the event that you have this year is the 7th year for Female Energy.
Yes,
So
7 years.
Tell us about you, how you got started in your event.
Okay, so Female Energy actually started off with just 12 artists. So the first Female Energy was just an art show. It was actually held at Loft 1019.
Yes.
Anybody remember Loft 1019?
I remember.
It was right off of like 2nd Street or like 2nd Avenue or something like that. I don't know where exactly. But anyway, so 12 artists. Over the years, really, it's just grown because how you said, like, we found like more needs for things. We wanted to entertain people a little bit more. We wanted to get people to stay throughout the entire time. So we had food trucks come. We had interactive, vendors, all those type of things. So... but the mission behind it all was when I had first started the event, I think I was like 17 or 18. And at the time, I know, right? And at the time, my little young self, I'm like trying to get into the art scene downtown Rockford. And there wasn't really anything for young women. There were, but like not anything like young women were excited about, So creating Female Energy has just like, it's been like a snowball rolling and it just keeps getting bigger and better. So this year is at our biggest venue yet at the UW Sports Factory.
Wow. Yes. So excited about that.
I know. So this year we're adding a lot of different aspects. We're gonna try to incorporate a car showcase and some other surprises that I don't want to like speak too much on yet until we get them solidified. But yeah, so it's growing. Today actually, I just found out that I'm going to be partnering with Sorry Papi. If you're not familiar with what Sorry Papi is, it's
I am
pretty much like a Female Energy, but like Chicago version.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm partnering with them to do like a little pop up at Sueños, the festival Sueños.
You guys know what Sueños is?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, Rockford representing.
Yes.
But
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I know a little clap.
Look. She's like, get the little,
Yeah. But it's just networking. That's it. Like I spent one summer out in Chicago, 2023, and that summer created so many friendships and just partner networkings that led me to, being able to be in spaces like that. So yeah, I'm excited. So that's Female Energy right there.
I am so excited too. And people, and I hate to keep bringing up your age, but this young woman here is definitely setting the bar high for young ladies, young men, everybody. Yes. So take note. Right. Learn from this young woman. She has a lot to give this
together.
community.
That's all about. Female Energy was to try to help businesses who are starting out, especially 2020 when all of the small businesses started branching out when the pandemic happened. Yeah. People were trying to figure out how to put food on the table, so they started their little businesses and ended up becoming big businesses over the years. So it's pretty cool.
thank you for spotlighting these female entrepreneurs in our community, because definitely needed for real.
Yeah. Community.
It definitely is. The next introduction I have is Rogelio Duarte. He is the founder and owner of Rockford Olympic. And this year, he will be having a soccer tournament that he's going to tell us about right now. So tell us a little bit about you, how you started Rockford Olympic, and what your event is.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa, for having me here. And thank you all you guys for being part of this. Rockford Olympic started 2017. Our main goal was to, bring young kids in the community to, most of us Hispanic people like playing soccer. And, I grew up playing soccer since I was 4 years old. And a lot of people gave me that opportunity here in the city to, further myself in the sport. And what we want to do is give that same back to the community with the younger kids here in the city. One of the things that we're a nonprofit soccer club. We're traveling. We go to a lot of tournaments in Chicago, Milwaukee, out-of-state tournaments. And also we do some events. We do kermeses. We do stuff with the community when they need help. Like I started working with Antonio in the Park District, and it's a lot of fun. All the parents loved it. And like you guys said, it's everybody trying to work together as a team and trying to make things happen. One of the things that excels our club from other clubs is, our coaches are volunteers. Everybody has that same mindset that, you know what, we do this for the kids. It's not about the money. It's not about, how much money you're getting paid or how much money you're making. It's all about, volunteering, because we all have kids in the club and we want to teach our kids to be able to give that back once they grow up.
And your volunteers are usually parents of the children. Even your son was a coach before, correct?
Yes.
And your wife is involved in the organization as well. She's the behind Rosa. I have to give you a shout out because you make it happen, mommy, behind the scenes for real. She makes it happen.
Yeah, she does a lot of work. She does all the paperwork, all the
contracts, everything,
certifications we need, and things like that. So it's not easy, just to get out there and like, I'm gonna start this up. It takes a whole, like I said, a whole community, a whole village to be able to grow this.
And you have so much. Everybody here is passionate, but you have so much passion about this sport. What drove your passion and love for the sport? What was it that was like groundbreaking in your childhood?
My childhood, I grew up on the south side of Rockford.
Hey, Southsider right here.
So I started playing soccer at South Park. And everybody knows, if you guys from Southside, South Park over there. And, a lot of people in the city, I went to high school, played high school soccer, and I played a couple years in college. But to me, I wanted to give something back to the community because, a lot of people helped me during club season for me to be able to play travel club. And my parents couldn't afford it. So I had like sponsors and stuff like that. So now I think it's my turn to give back to the community and whatever I was given.
I love that so much because not only that too, like I've heard stories from you and Rosa, and you guys have shared with me too, like sometimes there's family that have multiple children that want to play. And it's like, how can you tell one child, like, we can only afford for one of you to play? Correct. So he makes it happen. Like these families are able to go and participate and play year after year, multiple children, not just
because you're not just gonna focus on one kid. It's just a family. Like I tell a lot of the parents, like, okay, we go to a tournament in Minnesota, and it's costly. You got to stay in hotels. Each family has to pay, and I've had conversation with several parents, and like they're not used to that. Like the hotel, that's their first time ever staying in a hotel, and they're like, I said, listen. Just take this as a vacation. Get away from the city just for the weekend. Just make it seem. And then they're like, wow. They come back and it's like, man, you were right. This is different. It's like, get out of the same routine. Like, Sunday, Saturday, and, Monday's time to go to work. Just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hey, just get out of the city, go somewhere else, and travel and do other stuff with your kids.
And the soccer community, I don't know if people realize this. The soccer community is massive in Rockford.
Yes, it's huge.
Massive. I didn't realize until maybe a few years ago when I started frequenting ISC. Wow, like how many and then like I've seen people in my childhood, families that I grew up with, and their grandchildren are playing now, and like everybody is like a tight knit, close family. Like you see everybody, like when you walk around that room, it's like walking into a family room and you got to hug everybody. You know what I mean? Like you can't miss a table, right? That's what it is. And sometimes they will be there from like noon until 10 p.m. because they have multiple kids and multiple games. Like people don't realize that the amount of dedication that soccer has.
And sometimes the parents will play too at some point in the day too.
Yeah.
And I still play.
You still play.
I still play. So, for me, it's just on a Friday night, hey, get off of work. Hey, I only play Friday nights. I don't play Sundays. It's just like, because now I know how tight my schedule is going to be. Like Saturdays and Sundays, it's travel.
Yeah.
We got games in Chicago. We got games here at home and things like that. But for me, Friday, it's my night. I go out and play. And, some of are the kids that I coach. They're out there. Some of the parents are out there cheering on,
Yeah.
But it's an adult league, older, but
I've been to your games. I know I've seen. It's a good time after too.
I really do.
For sure. Thank you so much, Rogelio, for sharing that. My next guest that I'm going to introduce. Last year, it was an amazing event, and so many people came together to start this event. It was like an idea. It was a thought. And it came together so beautifully, and it really lit a fire in that side of town, in the south side, my south side. I love my south side so much. So, Kat Valdez, tell us about South Main Mercado.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So yeah,
Hold on, you get the applause, girl. 'Cause you definitely are moving and shaking things.
well, thank you, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not just me.
it's a team.
It is a team, as you see, and you're part of the team.
Yes.
Antonio is part of the team.
Yes.
It's probably, I should know this number, like 8 people now this year.
Yeah.
Last year it was a few fewer, but we grew the team because we grew the event. But no, it's this committee and team and group of just like, I told my mom today, like people I would trust to make like decisions about my life. Like you all are just incredible people. And, I'm really lucky to have you, and the event's really lucky to have everyone. And so the South Main Mercado, it started as this idea, not my idea. I like to tell as many people as possible, this was not my idea. It was the idea of Monica Terronez. She should get some applause real quick too.
Monica Terronez. Yeah. She is the Hispanic gallery director at the Ethnic Heritage Museum, if you do not know who that is.
Yes. Yeah. So Monica, she was organizing, as you do as the Hispanic gallery director. She was organizing an event a couple years ago for a Day of the Dead community altar out at the Ethnic Heritage Museum. Yeah. And I went, many people went, and we were talking, and she said, "Hey, I have this idea for a mercado, like, what do you think?" kind of thing. And I was like, "Yeah, girl, like, my background for a while was in event operations, like logistics, not the like cool, like beautiful parts, but like the toilet part.
But for big events.
For big events, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was the operations manager at Soldier Field. I did the guest operation and security operation for 2 Formula One events in Austin, Texas. And so she was telling me, and I was like, "Oh, for sure. Like, let's make this happen. Like, I totally want to talk to you about waste management and making sure people have parking, the important things." But I really didn't know if I was going to hear from her again. And a couple months later, she was like, "All right, I'm getting this gang together. Do you want to join us?" And I did. And I met some of the most remarkable people, and we came together on this vision of empowering and uplifting and showcasing Hispanic and Latino-owned small businesses and connecting people in the community, the Southwest and South side of not Chicago. Sorry, I used to organize South side of Chicago, so I'm like stuck in my ways. South side of Rockford. and connect them with bilingual resources, and make sure that those resources could get there by having like a free spot for them, and then also having this place for South Side businesses, for Latino-owned businesses to come and just like be themselves and have entertainment that is representative of our identity and our culture. And it was just so magical. We did not expect it. We didn't expect any of it. It was on Ethnic Heritage. Last year it was on Ethnic Heritage's campus. And we conservatively estimate like maybe 400 people in the like 5 hours of the event. And that's definitely a low number, but we didn't count because we just didn't know. And so many people came and they just like had such a great time. And after, everyone was like, what's next? What are we doing next? And we were like, oh, we don't know, but we're ready this year. We're ready for it.
And Tony was saying too, it was like the love was being shown there. Like it was so much love. Like, because an event like that hasn't taken place on that side of town in a really long time. Not like that.
Yeah, it was.
I'm so mad that I missed it. I was working in the city that weekend. I'm like,
your daughter was there and she got a
baby.
shirt from me. I was like, I gave her a Bonita shirt.
Yeah,
That was when I
when
first
she
started
got to
selling
go.
the-
She was
yeah.
in my spirit.
She was.
It was-
And you were there with us in spirit.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It was so beautiful. So it's a free event. It is a free event, which is, I think, one of the most remarkable things about
Yes.
it. Food, vendors, entertainment, music, música, that's such a big part. This year, we're really excited to like really have a space for like dancing and coming together there too. So, but yeah, like Antonio said, I think this is going to be a podcast full of revelations of some big changes coming in.
It is. And I know you named, like Tony and I are the newest committee members on South Main Mercado, but let's shout out all of the members of this team right now, because it's very important, like you said, because it's a group of us that are,
oh my gosh!
all
Perfect.
all
Now
hands
I'm
on
spot.
deck.
I can do this. Right?
Yes.
I just went through this and I almost failed the test. But we have Papi Chavez. She is heading up vendors. She's just incredible. Monica, of course, is on the committee. She just is so full of ideas and creativity, and really kind of spearheads the volunteer initiative, because we need lots of volunteers. So that's my ask. If anyone wants to volunteer that day, we need volunteers. We have
A lot of them.
A lot of them. And we have Vic Rivera, who is spearheading and really organizing all of our entertainment, making sure that, we're finding that local talent and giving them a platform to perform, and making sure that they're getting paid for that work. That's really important, is that, like you pay people for their work. Yeah. Like, you got to do it. Yeah. And then, we have Jocelyn McLaughlin. Hair McLaughlin. I always forget the order of her last name. She's going to listen to this and laugh. Hopefully I got it in the right order.
You got the names right, though.
Yes, here I am. I know the names, but she is the president of the board of the Ethnic Heritage Museum, who is one of our organizing sponsors as a nonprofit organization. We have Claudia Consuelos, and she's amazing. She is the counterpart to Jocelyn through Comprehensive Community Solutions, our other partner in the project. So we have two organizations. Last year it was just Ethnic Heritage, and this year we are branching out in a few different ways, and one of those was finding another partner. And so we're so excited to work with CCS. They've just been so kind and so willing for this project. And so we're really, really grateful for that.
They're such an amazing staple on that side of town.
I'm really great. Everybody love everybody, right?
We love it.
I finished today's committee meeting just reminding them, I love you all. I was like, I love you all. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, I am through both of you. Am I forgetting someone? I'm going around the table right now.
I think.
That's it, right?
Oh my gosh.
That's us.
If I'm forgetting you, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Oh, and me. Yes, and me. And I do, like I said, toilets, potties. Did I already say that? Parking, garbage. Yeah.
And you usually lead the meetings.
I do lead the meetings. I make the agendas.
That's important. That's very important.
I make the agendas. I do permit grant stuff, kind of like administrative organization. So, I don't know. It's just an amazing team. And it's June 9th. I think I didn't even say that. It's June 9th this year, from 12 until 7. So we have quite a good amount of time. Yeah, lots of time to get a lot of fun things in, but excited to chat about it more.
I know you had some first-time information that you wanted to share about South Main Mercado. If you wanted to share, you have a few things, but you can share what you want to share right now.
Right now?
Yes, I can't wait.
Is this the moment? Okay, yeah.
This is the moment.
So, yeah,
Because this is exciting.
this is really exciting, you
I'm like,
guys.
what? I want to know.
So me and Tony were at the meeting. No.
So to kind of like soft pitch it in, one of the things that we're doing different this year is, of course, we're moving the footprint, first of all, but we're serving alcohol, and we're doing it in a way that, you know, it has been done before. We know it's possible, and we know like the Southwest Side like deserves to be on this game, and we're partnering with the businesses within our footprint for the event to serve the alcohol. So, you know, we're not going to have like a tent or something to sell beer. We're going to invite you to go into La Aragona. We're going to invite you to go into Texas Lounge, American Legion. These are the businesses in our footprint. And so why we're here for South Main and for these businesses. So like, of course, like please do what you're excellent at and help us out too. Like that's great.
Right.
But speaking of our footprint, the even bigger news and most exciting thing, and we like can't even believe it,
Yes.
is this year we got permission from the city and the state. We are shutting down South Main for a block and a half.
Oh, big round. Yes. Love it. Love that. I don't think that's happened in over 20 years.
No.
It's just,
It's awesome.
I like.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So, first of all, I can never step away from a comment that doesn't give credit where credit is due, and that is Antonio. Because we were sitting in this first meeting, we all came together in like January or February for the year, and we were like, okay, I think we're gonna do this. I'm a little worried about this, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool if we could shut down the street. Oh, well. And I just kind of like moved on from the idea, and Antonio was like, "No way!" He's like, "I think we should just do it. Like, what else are we gonna do?
What do we gotta lose?
Yeah,
Let's
what are
give
they
it a
gonna
shot."
say? No,
It's been done before.
Right,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that was part of the conversation. Everybody kept coming bringing it back. Like the past events that used to happen down there on South Main,
Yeah.
in front of the Ethnic Heritage Museum with Guadalajara and all of that. And I remember growing up through that. So I'm like, why not? Let's try it. You know, worst we can do.
My grandma had a block party. I don't know how many years ago. Grandma's gonna kill me because I don't remember the date or anything like that. But my grandma actually got the street shut down right there and had a block party. And then when that was over, everyone was welcome to go into Guadalajara, and we continued the party.
There you go.
Thank you, South Side of Rockford.
Yes.
Right.
But yeah, so thanks for challenging us, and I think Vic was like, we have to change the narrative of what's possible,
Yes.
and this is this is our year, but this is, I think, just such a big moment for everything. Like everything that comes out of those committee meetings is so inspirational, and all of the conversations we get to have with every single person who's involved in it, and all of the vendors and all of the people who want to be vendors, and just the love that pours out, and people are like, I want to be a volunteer, and I can't help but feel like people really see, and they feel seen, and they see what is possible through just something as simple as a one afternoon event on a Sunday, even just in our second year. So like I can't even begin to imagine what it's going to turn into.
Yeah, bigger and better every year. Just
Yeah.
like everybody's events, I've watched them grow.
Yeah.
I've been a part of them. I've watched them grow, and I'm just excited for all of us.
Yes.
So it's an exciting year.
Exactly.
So I'm going to introduce my next guest. He's a new event organizer here, and he is starting Jeeps and Tacos. And Alonso, tell us about your event and tell us about what's going on.
All right. First of all, thank you for having me here tonight. Cinco de Mayo. So we're throwing this big party. First time. Actually, it's not the first time. This is like the third time we've done it.
Yes.
The first location was the Guanajuato,
Right.
but the place got it's small for us.
You outgrew the space.
So
That's good.
yes, exactly. So it was a good turnout. So the community showed up. So the Jeeps. So we didn't have enough room for them. So I know we gotta find a different place, something bigger for the community to come out and for the Jeeps also.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we're doing it at Down Cutters Shooters. We got the permits for alcohol. They're gonna serve alcohol there. We have like 10 different food trucks coming out.
Mm-hmm.
We also doing the best taco competition there. We also having like 23 different vendors already coming out too. It's gonna be a huge event, but again, it's not just me. There's a lot of people behind it helping me out. Domingos en el Parque, Moises is helping me out a lot. You helping me out too. So it's like a team effort too. Also want to give a huge thank you to Screw City Jeeps, Random
Yes.
Spiders, which is the leader and the founder of Screw City Jeeps. Which we have about 4,900 members in the group, and they have been very supportive of the events for Cinco de Mayo and also for September 16. So like I said, I couldn't done this without them. It's a huge event, so I can't do it, by myself. So it's good that I have this people behind me helping me out with the event. It's open to the community, so the community to come out and enjoy the festivities. It's free. It's 100% free. We're not charging anybody to come out, so it's free for the community. We have 3 different DJs coming out too. Vic is one of them.
Vic Rivera
will be there. So thank you for that. And like I said, it's as the first event we're doing this big, we're expecting like a good turnout. So
And this is Cinco de Mayo, so this is coming up soon, right?
Coming up soon. It's less than a month.
His event is the first event to go out of everybody, so he's the first
it's less
one.
than a month.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I'm nervous about it because, like I said, past events have been like really small, not this big. But now they're like, we need to make it big. We need the community to come out, and have fun and bring the family, the kids. So yeah, it's the first one.
You know what? Let me share something with you. When you're nervous about something, what I've learned is that means you're on the right track. When something scares you, you're going in the right direction. When it doesn't, and you're just complacent and you're just not moving, you got to be scared to move and grow. Yeah. So I still get nervous. I still get butterflies. When I have that feeling, I know I'm doing the right thing because it pushes me. It's growth equals evolution. Like, you have to grow. And how do we grow? We all grow together. I definitely agree. We all grow together.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I am too. So like, his is the first one, and I'm super excited about that. I'm actually I'll just go ahead and spill the beans. I am one of the judges for the best tacos in Rockford, and we have 2 more judges. We do. Can I go ahead and announce them? So myself, I'm in the barber beauty entrepreneur industry, right? We had to switch it up. We have someone in the athletic department. Rogelio Duarte is actually going to be a judge as well. Yes. And your dad, Rudy Valdez, is Rudy. So Rudy Valdez is actually going to be our 3rd judge. So
does he know that?
He does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does. He just didn't tell you yet. No, he just, well, we just found out. It was like, I think last week sometime. Yeah, so we asked him if he'd be a judge, and and they are going to have I was reading about it, the torta eating contest.
So the torta eating contest is Jaliscoast. They serve like authentic food from Jalisco,
Rayo, right?
Yeah, Jalisco Rayo. So they have this contest where like a torta, the things covered in salsa and stuff. So they have the contest. Whoever eats
spicy.
It's spicy. From scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 15. They've done this before.
Yeah.
So I think the time to beat is 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
I saw that.
You have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to eat a torta.
A 15 out
It's
of
not
10.
a little torta.
Yeah.
The torta's
The tortas is huge. It's huge.
It's Jalisco Guadalajara style.
Yep, Jalisco.
Yeah.
You're gonna laugh at this because I know you. I think it was you who responded to the comment on Facebook. Somebody was like, "I don't see cake," and you were like, "No, it's a sandwich." Like,
A
what?
sandwich.
Well, I didn't speak Spanish growing up as a kid, and the first time I learned a lot of it was in Spain. And so the word torta is actually one that still gets me because in Spain it's a cake. It's cake. And so I was like, haha, that's me.
So it's like a Mexican sandwich. Kind of. So, but yeah, that's one of the contests we're doing, and the winner will take out. I think he's giving out a bottle of Remy.
A bottle of Remy, for that.
So I think there's a couple people already wanted to be part of it. So I think he's looking for like 10 to 15 people for the contest.
That's
So dang.
That's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
I can't wait to watch that. I don't want no part of it because I have heartburn.
I know. I'm like, all these thoughts are going through. Like, how do you sign up beforehand? Do you sign up day of? Like, what? How do you get ready for it?
They reaching out to him, so we making him sign a waiver, of course.
Yeah.
So
that's like the one chip challenge.
Yeah, it's like the chip challenge.
yeah.
Yes. So So whoever wants to participate, they're welcome to join. Participate, but they just have to sign the waiver.
Do they reach you or do they reach?
They reach him to reach him. They can also reach me too, and I can put in contact with him too.
Yeah.
This is much more interesting than the regular jalapeno eating contest. I'm excited to see someone demolish a whole torta.
That is gonna be awesome.
Less than
like gallons of milk just like on the side, ready to like.
you know what? Because I watch like what is that show with the hot wings?
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they progressively get hotter and hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
How can I not think of the name of that show?
it's so good.
So anyway, they always have ice water and they always have milk and ice cream available because like I heard it's not a fun thing when your whole face is on fire. And I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have taste buds for a few days.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I can't believe we can't think of the name of that
I think
show.
the ice cream it's a good it's good to have on the side.
Ice cream is a good one. What is the name of that show?
It's not like hot wing. It's wow. Okay, well we're gonna come
Hot
to
Ones.
Hot ones.
That's what it's
Thank
called.
goodness.
Hot one.
We're gonna come to this like in 45 minutes. Someone was gonna remember.
And you could purchase the box, right? And you could do it at home. My son got one time.
I bought it.
And they were doing it. They were doing it. I'm like, y'all crazy.
Right.
I'm like, the hottest I do is my mom's hot sauce. I don't try anybody else's hot.
Yeah.
The worst one is the bomb. That's
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah. Even the name, it has an atomic bomb on it, so you already know you're in trouble. So I'm wondering if the torta is as hot as the bomb. We're about to find out. I don't want to
Son
find
should
out.
sign up and he can compare.
Maybe I might have to let him know. Maybe.
The whole inside's just gonna burn up. The whole inside, literally.
I don't think he could take that. Sorry, son.
So we need people to sign up for this torta eating contest. Please and thank you. If you would like to sign up, can they reach out to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So reach out to Alonzo and he'll get you registered. The taco contest right now that we're doing the best tacos in Rockford, we currently have how many vendors participating?
We got seven different food trucks participating.
You ready, Rogelio? That's a lot of tacos.
That's a lot of tacos. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you're hungry. Just don't eat that day, okay?
No.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to save it for the taco eating contest.
I have to keep remembering that the judging the tacos is not an eating contest.
It's not an eating
no, it's
contest.
not.
But we do have to taste all of the tacos.
Right. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I was
Yeah,
just
we
imagining
do have to
this
taste
food.
them.
I'm so hungry.
So we will have a criteria and a score sheet for the taco. I'm trying to remember the list of it because I actually help with the list. I base it off of how I do competitions. But it'll be like the quality of meat, the ingredients, the tortilla. It was like 5 different things that the combination of flavors. It was something else. But we'll do a score system. And that's how we will score. If there happens to be a tie, then we'll just have to taste the 2 tacos that are tied and figure it out, right, Aurelio?
Yes.
We'll make it work.
We will.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how many of our local vendors are involved in this contest and excited to give them that shout out for real. There is a trophy, isn't there?
There is a trophy.
Tell them about the trophy.
We have a special made trophy made for them for the winner. So it's got like I don't want to spoil it. It's got like a bottle of Jose Cuervo is one of the sponsors for this event. La Monica Beverage also. So Jose Cuervo will be out there too. So anyway, so they have a big bottle made and there's a Jeep on top of it, and it's got like a big taco made of it.
Oh,
On top of a topless Jeep.
Taco
So-
trophy de Jose
That-
Cuervo.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
With the ride.
With the-
With the ride.
So yes.
They won't forget where they got that.
I was gonna say that's such a specific. That's so
Everything
cool.
represented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. I wanna thank you to the sponsors too. They're helping.
You got some good sponsors for it being, and I'm just so happy that we're all figuring out how to expand our events, expand our spaces. Because like you said, it's your third year, but this is the first time you're having an event there at Shooters. And the parking lot is a massive parking lot. And we have to give a big shout out to Jayme Funk because he is the owner of Shooters and he has been more than accommodating to help us with this event and with ideas. And he made the trophy, you guys. He made the trophy. He did.
Wow.
So thank you, Jayme, so much. So now we can have an all-over conversation now that I've introduced everybody. Why do you guys, and we'll just start a conversation, not really a debate, just a conversation about why are these community events so important for us here in this region? Let's start up a topic about that. What is the importance of these events?
I don't know. I'd kick off before I started doing Domingos en el Parque. We were actually hosting Familia Days at CPM, Club Patriótico Mexicano.
Yes.
El Club Patriótico Mexicano, which was on South Central. And one of the reasons we were doing it is because there wasn't anything free for our families to go to if they wanted to have music or vending information. And the other thing was, how do we utilize that opportunity to bring information that our families need to know about that's available to them? So a lot of it was, kind of the things that I wish my family had more information on or tapped into as we were growing up, but also as a professional growing, working in a nonprofit, I'm always trying to help families. And it's like, you can't help everybody, right? But if we had an event that you can have everybody that represents organizations, what's out there, that was kind of the key thing that we did with Familia Days. And so we just brought that to Domingos when Armando approached us to, hey, why don't you bring, what you're doing here at CPM to the Park District? And so the Park District worked with us, and we Delia Rodriguez, founder of United at Peace, and myself, we said, yeah, let's take it on and let's make this bigger, better, and Domingos en el Parque grew, I can't remember how many people would come to the first ones that they had, but we were getting 300, 400, 800 at one point, I think we were up to like 1,500 people were coming. So, then the pandemic hit, but now we're growing it back. We just took a little break, but my biggest reason is, something free for our community, bringing an opportunity to connect them to resources, the platform that it allows not only our artists and musicians, but even the small businesses. Like, this is a great opportunity for them to see if their business can grow in this community as well, and just getting to know each other. My biggest thing too is uniting people. It doesn't only have to be the Latinos. We need to bring everybody from all parts of Rockford.
That's the huge part of it, is connecting people together and collaboration. It's just happening, and it needed to happen a while ago, but I'm so happy. Everything happens in the right time.
Yeah.
And this year is definitely the right time.
Definitely. It is.
So,
it is.
And I have to say, because you mentioned him twice already, I have to give a huge round of applause to Armando Cardenas. He is one of my mentors, and I know he's influenced many of us here at the table with the ideas of having these events. Honestly, he's the one who gave me the idea of becoming an event coordinator. Growing up, he had Fiesta Hispana, right? So I grew up going to that event, the Domingos en el Parque, when I was younger. And I just remember he was always just so involved. And congratulations to him for winning the Excalibur Award this year.
Yes,
well deserved.
Yes.
Well deserved. Very well deserved. And if anyone else wants to touch on that question that I asked, please jump in.
Well, I was just going to say that really the real question should be why. What was your original question? Why is this?
It was why are these events so important to the community?
Yeah, the real question is, why should you attend these events?
Yes.
Why should you attend
Let's
these
go
events?
there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, just in a broad spectrum, we obviously all cater to our community, but this is for all of our communities to come and celebrate, what we've created. So for example, the Washington Park Center, getting them involved with Female Energy, getting them involved with Female Energy has created such a bridge in between a lot of the younger girl communities. So just seeing what can happen and what communities can really be brought together, because yes, we have such an emphasis on our Hispanic community, but it is nice seeing all of the other communities to come out and learn about the people that are
learn about our
us.
culture, because I think that's the one thing that we all want to do is we want to share our culture with the rest of the community.
Right. Yes. Everybody wants to go get Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo, we're gonna go drink a little Modelo, whatever, but come and celebrate what we are really putting our heart and soul into to create for people to learn about what we got going on in our communities.
And it's everyone's talking about DEI and diversity, equity, inclusion. But what does that mean? This is, you're participating in it completely. Come to the mercado, learn that we're hosting a market. Mercado means market. We're hosting this market because this is part of our identity. This is part of our culture. It's part of the routine of so many of our families. And we wanted to bring a little taste of that here. And how do you you build community cohesion? How do you build these connecting points? And it's through sharing. It's through these experiences.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, and something that was so cool about the Mercado last year was that you just would look around and it was everyone. Everyone was there. Like it didn't seem to matter. Like I would see people from all over the city. I knew where they lived. I knew their background and things like that. And it was so beautiful. And
on top of that, go ahead.
No, that's perfect.
On top
ending.
of that, not to mention that we have had a huge influx of new cultures in Rockford recently.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
So, on top of that, maybe even inspiring other cultures to be like, they got it going on over there.
Oh, yeah.
We need to do something like that too. And then, just making that happen.
The Latinos have definitely stepped up last year and this year, and we are making it happen. I know we're making some waves, and we have such a large Latino community here, and it's so good for us to finally just be working together on all of these projects. So I think the main goal is eventually to have one massive project and bring something back. And I hate to keep bringing this event up because it'll never be called this again, but to bring something back like a waterfront.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, that's the end goal. We need something like that back again.
That'd be awesome.
So shutting the street down is a huge step.
Yeah.
But can we get these bridges shut down for something?
And
Yes.
space making, like the venues that you wouldn't usually see our events in, have now been a little bit more open to, taking our events more serious because they see what we really have been able to create,
And let's address the elephant in the room. Coronado, can you open up and kind of work with
The
us a
Metro
little bit more?
Center
Metro Center,
and
the
Embassy
BMO,
Suites.
yeah. We need a little bit more. We're not monster trucks.
Is there
we're
a
not
bomb drop
Disney.
button?
We're not. Wait, I see
We
one.
going in. We going in.
Is it the? No. I was trying to think. Is it the?
Oh, definitely not that one.
No, not that one. That was the wrong one. That one? No, we don't have one.
Yeah, so I just supported an event with the NAACP out at the Coronado this year, and it was a big experience. And I know that they're open, but it's like what is that pathway? Like there's a gap in communication and support that I would love to see bridged, and like that's the work that needs to get done. And like how open are your arms to these events and projects?
And can we get this bigger sponsorship that we see other people get that we're not receiving, or the grants that are coming out? Can we be aware of them before the deadline hits? Because like I noticed, like when the grant comes to my table, the deadline is in a week, and so like it's just it's not announced soon enough. Is that on purpose, or is that something that can be done better? Can you do better getting that information out to us so that we can make sure that the right people get it in their hand in
Or
time?
if you are a community member that knows about these things,
Send it out.
send it to us.
Send it
because
to
we will make it happen.
These are the event organizers right here. Like if we have any opportunity to, have, and that's the thing too, even finding grant writers and things like that to help and assist. Like I know I've seen people try to have like grant writing classes, courses, things like that, but it needs to be just a little bit more available so that we can have the opportunity to get this type of funding. Because I think that's the big issue with all of us too, is we would have these big events that we dream of, but we need the funding.
The funding.
Yeah, the sponsorship, the funding.
The supports overall, even just the simple things. I mean, I'm gonna just throw that. You guys already threw out the locations, the spaces. But the thing we gotta remember, and I'm gonna put this out there, they're being run by our tax dollars.
Yes.
Our tax dollars are helping, those locations, and we're gonna be happy just having Fluffy coming for our community. I'm like, come on, connect with us. Like we really want to work with everybody, but for some reason it makes there's a feel like do we go talk to them when we need them or when we need to cross off something? We're open to work with people. And it's just like, come and approach us at the right time. Not like you said, last minute.
Not at the
'Cause
last
we
minute.
need to finish, the year off.
And don't
strong.
invite us to something because you need to check mark a box saying that there's this many minorities in the meeting. Include us, listen to us, and see what we need.
And when we point out things that we do need,
Yeah.
maybe take it seriously and don't just say like, oh, well, you know, that's Kat. She's just passionate or has a big personality. That's not helpful. Like,
we're all passionate about what happens, but it's like when we talk, we're talking because we have something to say, and we do bring something to the table, and we see the same people getting their needs met over and over again, and it's like, can we just get a little sprinkle?
Yeah.
Can we get a little? Yeah.
The little supports, like we're all working together because we've all learned, you know, how to you know, go around barriers and break through walls and all that.
Yeah.
So like, you know, Screw City, when I asked out, you know, Alonso, hey, why don't you bring the club to one of my events? They came out strong, and now I said, hey, how do you need my help? Because, you know, I've learned a thing or two running these events, you know, what the permits for the county are, what things you need to do for the city, you know, but those are our things we kind of help self-guide us. And I know a lot of bigger groups or events have done the same thing, but if there's people within the city or the county that can sit everybody down and say, here, this is how we'll help you. If you guys want to run events, this is the simple way to do it. And then they also have to have be on the same page from the city to the county and what the needs are, because I went through a time where I was jumping hoops back and forth. Nobody really knew how to respond to certain things, you know.
Or you don't qualify for this, you don't qualify for that. And it's like, well, how do I become qualified for these grants or this sponsorship? Or, you know, so instead of giving you the no all the time, it's like, well, help me figure out how I can do this. Or what am I doing wrong? Or can you direct me in the right place?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. And then we just need to help each other out. That's what we're doing here. If you're out there, you know, you have key things. You can guide us on certain things. Finding the sponsorships, just getting the supports overall. Even, you know, supports that other events get, like, you know, through Facebook, through you know, dollars that the city gives out. You know, like, how do we get it? You know, like we want to be able to help not only our events but other communities, because we, like you said earlier, we're going to inspire other cultures that want to do something similar. So let's continue to help, you know, those
or
others.
the ones that are already doing stuff that maybe like if we somehow partnered with these other communities to make events, because then, you know, we got 2 different communities coming out to make a bigger event. Eventually, you know, these will be the waterfronts. These will be the city markets.
And that's exactly what needs to happen if we want to see this type of event come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely a great point.
Yeah.
Wow. We covered.
Y'all went in.
We can keep ranting.
I'll keep going. Can we keep,
Yeah, we need to keep going. Well, these are topics that needed to be addressed.
Yes.
And they're real topics, and I feel like this needs to sit on the right person's desk so that they can hear this, and it's real, and it's coming from people who actually are from the community, in the community, for the community.
Yeah. Of by and for the people and for all people. And I think, you know, still talking about the people who are at the table, like we're the first people who leaders call when they're like, oh, let's, you know, engage the Hispanic community. Let's engage Latinos. Let's talk to them. Like, let's see what Antonio's up to. I bet he's not busy at all. And then, you know.
No, I don't have 20 other projects. Thanks for adding another one.
And like, let's say Antonio brings something to the table and he's like, okay, great. This is what's going on. It like to remember that people are talking to him. People are talking to us. It's not just like us and our thoughts and our opinions. It's the voice of 20, 30, 40, 100 people, you know, like who just trust, like Antonio, for example, and you know, trust him and come to him and they'll say like, hey, this is what's going on. This is the reality. Or like, you know, someone from one of the South Main businesses came up and they were like, I'm really concerned about this thing. And I was like, man, I hear you. Like, let's try and do something about it. And so, you know, we're not like just out there chattering for fun or to, you know, we are out there chattering to stir things up, but like not in this like evil way. It's because people are telling us what's happening in their lives and they know that we have access to speak truth to power. And so like we are, and it can be hard to hear. And so, but just like, please listen. We're not trying to like dethrone you. We just need you to be in
There's
ear.
no fight.
Yeah.
It's
like,
really-
No, it's not.
no.
It's about we're wanting
It's
to work
just
together.
be
Yes.
just with us.
Yeah,
Please,
be
yeah.
just.
Be just.
Or don't listen, because we're gonna do it either way. So
Yes.
Yeah,
you
we,
can
we'll make
either
it happen with or without the funding because we
come with
figure it
us.
out.
Nah.
Yeah.
La hemos estado haciendo. We can do it too. We can
And-
continue doing it. You know.
I mean, we were all what's the word, like we became a force when we all came together. Do you know what I mean? But alone we were all doing our own thing, but together, when we came together, now we're starting to create a bigger impact in the community, and I'm happy. I'm here for it. I'm happy to see it. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here.
definitely.
Yes.
And hopefully this inspires, because the reasons are, stop clapping. The reasons why I do this too is because I hope to inspire the younger generation. Because I had this conversation with Armando and Rudy years ago. I remember when I had first reconnected with them, because I knew them when I was younger, but I reconnected with them later in life, and they were really concerned about our younger generation and about who was going to continue on what they started and the mission and keep to it and still be the truth. And they were really concerned. And I don't think they're as concerned anymore because they see all of us grabbing the reins and we're in it. We're in it. That we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing what we do, and we're going to keep supporting and helping each other.
Definitely.
So-
And bring up the next ones.
Because we have to mentor. It is about mentorship. There are young people looking up to us right now, and we have to lead the way. We have to show them that this is why we do what we do, not just for our children. We do it for everyone else's kids and grandkids and everything too. So
Yes, I agree. I feel like I was definitely inspired from hearing. I mean, I'm surrounded by a bunch of Southsiders. My family grew up on the South Side, so hearing about Fiesta Hispana and like never being there, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck? I want to go.
I'm so disappointed. My kids never got to.
I grew up with Fiesta Italiana, but
But it was not a Fiesta Hispana. No
Yeah.
offense.
No, yeah.
No offense, but it was not a Fiesta Hispana.
Yeah.
It
So I feel
wasn't.
like our kids are watching us and going to these events. They'll be inspired one day too. You know?
Yeah.
And my story, one of the parts of my story is I went to volunteer for Fiesta Hispana when they brought it to Davis Park. And I had to do some hours for AmeriCorps. And I just showed up. I needed hours. And they were like, what? Well, let's bring somebody that's coordinating the event. And it was Armando. And I knew Armando from church.
Yeah.
I never really connected him on that level. And then he's like, you want to volunteer? What? Well, why don't we put you here at the booth? You want to help with the admission? I'm like, sure. And he's like, all right, you're good. I'm like, can I come back for the next days? Because it was a 3-day event.
It's a 3-day event. Yeah.
Friday,
it was a
Saturday,
weekend.
Sunday. And he's like, really? You want to come to all of them? I'm like, yeah. But part of it is during the break that I would have little breaks, go eat or something. I would see Armando and his sister, Cardenas on the stage, like announcing things and informing the people about what's out there and thanking them for coming. And I'm like, I remember sitting there and like, man, that's neat what they're doing. And I look out at the crowd and I'm like, man, I maybe want to do something like this someday.
They were both such an influence to our
I was gonna say,
community.
Gloria,
Gloria
definitely.
and Icudia, yes.
Yes,
Cardenas is definitely a woman that I looked up to growing up, and like she made me see, like I saw someone brown like me up there doing these things, and I was just like, wow, we can do stuff like that.
Yep.
People listen.
Yep.
So
Yep. She was working at the Rockford Park District. When I started doing work in nonprofit work, I'd go meet with her and she would mentor me on things, how to connect the community. Hey, this is what the Park District can do, right? Like, Antonio, come and talk to me. Like, I'll help you, get some things out there for the community. And then she was also the first Latina board member on the school board, too.
Yes.
And representing for our community, too.
Yeah.
So she's been in a lot of
Claudia.
firsts. Yeah. So let's give her a clap.
We love you. We admire you. And stop clapping already. I don't think people understand too. Like a mentorship, yes, it is not a paid gig. It's something that you do out of the kindness of your heart to help develop somebody and help spark a fire, a passion in them that maybe they didn't know that they could achieve. So when you do a mentorship, it has to be coming from the heart.
Yeah.
So for sure. For sure.
something that Claudia and I have been talking about a lot lately is actually we just met. So when I say lately, that's our whole relationship. But like we met each other and instantly felt this kind of like we needed each other. And she said to me one day, she was like, I really need like a mentor in my life, that'd be great, blah, blah, blah. And I like only in hindsight realized that she might've been asking me because my response was like, oh my gosh, yes, me too. And we became like each other's instant in that moment because like, I grew up in a lot of white spaces, except when I would go to Chicago where I would be, a little Latina, like a little Mexican American kid. And then I'd come back to Rockford and, I wasn't surrounded by these like incredible Latino women and now I am. And it's just like, it's that family that you choose. And so we found each other and I'm like finding so many other people who I can just rely on. But that mentorship, it like you can find each other in like comadres and everything too. It's like lean on each other and be with each other and then bring up the next generation. And
do you remember the first time me and you really connected? I had met you several times before, but the first time we really connected was actually at South Main Mercado.
I was about to say, I hope it was the Mercado because if it wasn't,
that was one of the most groundbreaking moments that I had with you because I remember she came over and she wanted to support my business and buy one of my shirts. Mm-hmm. She instantly picked up a Bonita shirt and I said, no. You need this one. Right. And if y'all don't know what chingona means, some people can take it as an offensive word, but it's a very empowering word as well. So chingona means a badass woman. And this is a badass woman right here.
Hey.
Yes, for real. Another clap. Thank you. Clap for yes. It's just, I just remember that moment that I had with you there. And I was just like, no. You're a bonita too. But you need this one because I saw it in you. Thank you. And that was, I didn't know we were going to be working together, but it happened. And that was the day that her and I really connected. Because I had met you a few times with your dad here and there, but that was the day I see you, sis.
And you did. It was revolutionary. And I have gone through a lot of my own identity issues and feeling connected to one world and the other kind of thing. And but I just remember it was like I kept trying to talk me out of your compliment. And I was like, oh no, but like, I don't, I'm an Osabo kid. And you were just like, you know what? Like, we're going to go down this path. And you like talked me out of it in a different way. And you just kept like pulling me out of my own like self-doubt and like trying to talk myself out of my own identity. And you were like, get back over here. Like, you're being a silly goose. Like, not gonna. And so like, no, thank you. You mean a lot to me.
And that means a lot to me to empower other women. And that's like the gift that God gave me is to empower other people. So that's what I'm here to do. Yay. I can't take that gift with me when I die. So I got to teach other people how to do it too. Got to pass it on. Got to pass the torch.
Aplauso.
Yes. A lot of applause in the comments. No.
All right, we gotta edit that sound.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, Yash, we're gonna need you to add a new one right there. I want the drum, the boom, boom, boom. No.
You need the grito on there.
The grito. Do you guys remember at the cultural meeting, Armando called me out? You were there, weren't you?
Yes. I remember.
He called me out and he made me do a grito in front of a room full of non-Hispanic people, and they looked at me like I was probably like a warrior princess, like Xena, the warrior princess. Do you remember that?
I'm
Armando.
I'm not laughing at you. Gosh, it was
at the museum, at the Discovery Center. We had a cultural plan meeting when they first launched the cultural plan. So this was the first or second meeting. I think it was like the second
year and
meeting.
A half ago. Yeah. Maybe 2 years. Oh man, I remember because he asked me. He was like, "Do you know how to do a grito?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Will you do it?" And I was like, "No." And you did it. And he also had you cumbia in front of everybody.
He made me cumbia in front of the room too.
He was like, "Do you know how to cumbia?"
He was like, "I know Melissa will do it."
And I was like, "No, I don't." And
you can't say no to that man.
Yeah,
Who can say no to that man? You said no to him, but I said no to him. I was like, no, I have to.
It's like, and then you did it, and I was like, I'm a coward.
And I knew too, because as soon as I did it, I looked around like none of these people have ever heard a grito in their life, except the 5 brown people I see. I'm like, and Cheeks, because Cheeks was photographer that day, so Cheeks knows what's up.
Yeah.
Cheeks is one of us. Cheeks is one of us. But I did try to call Cheeks out. Do you remember Cheeks? And I tried to ask you to do the cumbia with me, and he took off. I'd never seen him move that fast. He moved all the way across the other side of the room.
Oh, wow.
I was like, Cheeks, come on, man. You know how to cumbia. Don't act like you don't know how to dance.
Right.
So he made me stand there and cumbia by myself. I did it, but I was trying to find me a partner, and he was...
You did a great job.
Thank you.
It was great.
Thank
It
you.
was, but I remember that so vividly because it haunts me that I didn't join you.
The next time
sorry.
we will do it
Oh, I'll do
together
it with
if he
you. Yeah,
calls us
no.
out. Because Armando's known for calling people out.
That was before my pep talk from you, so that
Yeah.
explains it. If, you know,
If she would have already had the chingona shirt, it would have
Exactly.
been on. Me and her would have been one end and the other end. Oh,
Simultaneously.
yeah.
In walks the banda.
The grito comes out better when you've had a few drinks, though, for real. So I was like dry, no drinks. And I was like, oh, goodness, I hope this comes out all right.
Oh man, it just
Good times. Good times. So, whose events are looking for, I know South Main Mercado is looking for volunteers and needs a lot of them.
oh yeah.
I know your event needs volunteers throughout the 4 events that you have, correct?
Yes.
So tell us how they can get a hold of you for volunteer.
Yay. Yeah. So for volunteering, we do need a lot of them. And the reason for that is, I guess the positions, if I explain them, it's like kind of being at the gates for help for access control. You're not like doing anything. You're counting people on a clicker and making sure that people don't walk out with alcohol. We do have a space for people if you want to help with our load-in. We definitely need help. Some people who are willing to like carry and move things around to support our vendors.
And we need Bassett certified
Yes.
people. That was in our meeting today.
Yes, it was.
y'all.
If you are Bassett certified and are interested in volunteering to support the community, please email us at southmainmercado.org. Oh, wait, at gmail.com. But that's
You
also
can
our
message
website.
me
What
or
is
Kat.
Bassett certified?
That means you
Or, like,
have to
what's
be
that for?
you have to be able to serve alcohol.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because
so-
we're going to be banning people for the cups. You know how they're going to be able to walk
yeah,
around
yeah.
with the cups? So we have to make sure that we do the carding and we make sure that 21 and older are legit to walk around and drink on the premises.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you'll be able to like walk around the event with alcohol within the perimeter of the event, like leave the bar kind of thing, and go check things out. Go to
Yeah.
the family fun zone and watch your kids get their face painted and like have a cerveza and everything, and you're just like, this is cool. Summer's great.
Right.
And if you're interested in how do I become Bassett certified, message me or Kat.
Yes.
It's a quick online thing, okay? I'm Bassett certified, but I'm doing something else today, so I can't ban you, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So southmainmercado.org is our website, but then also you can email. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, South Main Mercado, if you guys need that, or Mercado, if you guys need that, or South Main Mercado.
On your shirt. Look, there you go. South Main Mercado. Yep.
This is the OG shirt, OG logo. We did some rebranding this year a little bit. Thank you, Holt.
And all volunteers will get a shirt.
Yes. Oh my gosh, how did I
Yes.
forget that? That's like
I
the
wrote
best
down
part.
notes today.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, yes. So volunteers do get a shirt, which is pretty cool. And everyone loves a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other stuff will be announced. We're
Service
still-
hours. If you need service hours for school, please
Yes.
email me. And we do groups. So if you have a group or an organization that wants to volunteer, I have a form for that. We got a form for it, guys.
Let us know.
Yes.
Let me get I need the copy of that form, because I need something like
Yes.
that too, because we definitely need volunteers for Female Energy.
Female Energy needs volunteers
I'll
as well
send you.
because she's grown her space.
Yeah, it's
So-
a big old space this year. So, yes, we need the volunteers for the same type of things. We are going to do a little model call because
Yes.
we're doing the car show thing this year. So we really want to emphasize the aesthetic. This year, the aesthetic is very, old school Chicano, sunset lowrider vibes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
I gotta pull up
What
the
kind
Ben
of models
Davises.
are you looking for? Like, what kind of vibe? Is it kind of like chola vibe? Is it pinup girl?
It's more like pinup.
Okay, so more sexy, more, yeah.
Sexy but family friendly. still.
Family friendly. Yes.
Okay.
So, like pencil skirts,
Yeah.
like polka dot dresses, like
Yeah,
something pretty like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have makeup and hair provided, of course.
I'm a part of that team, just so you all know.
Right.
So if you want, award-winning hairstylist right here to touch your head, I got you. I'm actually working with female energy too. If you didn't know, now you know.
Yes, yep. So, I mean, we're gonna pretty much be like really focusing on like the entire beauty aesthetic of it, having the nails done, having all that done, so that way the cars that are participating in the event can get some good content. We can get some good content.
Yes.
Models, everybody. So 2024 content all day, every day. Because I mean, seriously, like people are so interested on our everyday schedule. Like you need to. We didn't really show people what goes into putting together these events.
That was in our meeting today too, the content creation portion of it and photos, videography. All of that is so important because the proof is in the pudding. You can have these wonderful events, but it needs to be documented. Yeah. So I'm going to do this for all of our events. All photographers and videographers, if you are new, if you are older and you want to help out and you want to volunteer and you want to collab with us, we are community event organizers. Please reach out to us. We need photographers, videographers, content creators. Reach out to any one of us, okay? Any one of us to see if you can jump in and help. We will tag you. We'll blast you on our social media pages. You see how we do it. Yes. So let us know for sure. Definitely. And then volunteers for Domingos as well. How can they reach you?
Yeah, they can reach us. We got our Facebook page, Domingos en el Parque. We also have Domingos en el Parque at gmail.com as our email. Right now, I think the volunteers that I'm looking for, pretty much we want to do, photography stuff that, we might not have some help. But I also want to bring some activities, more kid-friendly activities. So, like, if there's, students out there that, want to create some type of games or, type of things that can get more active for our kids at our spaces would be awesome.
Like the Dia de los Muertos event last year was such a beautiful event. And I know, thank you, Mary Bernstein McNamara, for being a sponsor for that with the Rockford Area Art Council. I really appreciate it. She actually jumped on the table with me and Daisy. We had an arts, so they helped sponsor an arts corner. So we had 2 local artists, Rico Alvarado and Rosa. So I wanted to give them a shout out. We had Carla Beer and Laura Rosario did a beautiful model, Melanie Villa, who performed later La Llorona. So all of that is arts to us. But Daisy and I ran a kids center, an arts and crafts center, where we were making mini ofrendas. We were making flores and we were painting and coloring Dia de los Muertos art on the table. And Mary jumped in. And thank you, Mom, Susana, and my sister, Loxie, for jumping in because we got really overwhelmed. And our table was popping. And but like we need different types of things. So like that was great because that was indoor, but we need outdoor ones too because these are going to be held at a park. So if people have good ideas about outdoor things that we can do with the kids.
Yes.
Be creative, message us, and see how we can make it happen, please.
If you find the manpower for it, you should get like kiddie pools filled with bubbles. Because Rosa, my daughter, her name is also Rosa, Rosita. So Rosita, we went to one. Gosh, it was so cold, and we still went, and it was amazing. Out at Blackhawk. And one of the vendors was selling these really cool bubble ones. And so my dad got one and just was running. Yes, just was running everywhere. Like you can make some really cool bubble things and like kids love bubbles. Like what is going on? And just like that's also the event that I think one of your children talked my daughter into an accordion. I actually love it. And my husband doesn't hate it, but like, it is a sound, but we love it. So like now I'm like, should Rosa learn how to play the accordion? And just so like I think they may have inspired a lifelong love of accordion. She just carries it around, and it's like this big. It's so cute.
Oh, future talent for
Domingos.
Yes. She can come this year. She's a pro.
Okay.
But she also we also both love Weird Al. My dad and my husband and not my mom. We all love Weird Al. So like we're like Mexican music, Weird Al. Like it's just such a beautiful marriage of accordions. So thank you very much for that. Thank you, Domingos en el Parque, for our accordion. She's so funny.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Do your events need volunteers?
Well, my event, what we're trying to do is Yeah, we need some volunteers like for field marshals and stuff like that, checking in teams.
Okay.
They would check their certs and like their IDs and stuff like that. But mainly what I need is I'm looking for sponsors. We're going
Yes.
to be doing a lot of marketing. We're going to have banners with their restaurant, their logos or whatever. They if they want to help, yeah, I'm looking for a
Your
lot of
event is
sponsors.
actually for the entire weekend, isn't it?
Yes, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So he has a 3-day event.
I start out Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. and then Saturday from 7 o'clock in the morning to 8 p.m. and then Sunday from 8 to, I think the finals will be like at 5 p.m.
Wow,
That is a long day.
That's a committed life right there, man. That's a long weekend. So if anyone wants to volunteer for all 3 or one of those days or 2 of those days, please message them. How can they find you, Rogelio?
Though they can find us on Facebook, Rockford Olympic, or on Rockford Olympic FC at RockfordOlympicFC.com.
Okay.
What weekend is that really again?
It's June 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the Mercy's Health Sports Complex. It's one of the biggest region sports complex, best complex around this whole region. So
Yes, it is.
It's pretty amazing and pretty nice. A lot of
It's a nice
we're
facility.
hoping to draw teams from out of state. We're bringing teams from Indiana, Chicago, Milwaukee, Green Bay. We're also we're in the works of bringing a couple academy teams from Atlanta.
And I do have to say, having a tournament like this is not only doing for our families and our kids, but it's doing for the community as well. Because if you think about it, that weekend, hotels are going to be booked. Businesses and stores are going to be booming, right? And it's going to bring a lot of people that maybe have never visited Rockford, don't come to Rockford often, a reason to come here.
I'm also working with Rockford Business Bureau.
Yes.
I'm actually working with them. We're working together for hotels. Putting a package
Perfect.
together like that. And also what we're trying to do is like with the sponsors, we're trying to give each team a registration, flyers with all our sponsors, restaurants,
Yeah.
food places they can go.
Places to visit,
and
yeah.
and things like that. I know Lindsay is working on a project for us that, you know, they can show what the city has to give that weekend and what's
Yeah.
involved. So if people have,
Yeah.
you know, some spare time, they can come and visit downtown.
Or if
some
there's
other
like
events.
something going on that weekend, they can go and check it out. So I have to give a little name drop. RAVBC, check it out. We're bringing tourism. Yes.
We need that train to the city.
Yes, we do. And that's one of the biggest topics that I hear when I go to a lot of these cultural plan meetings is how do we bring tourism? Events. Events. Tournaments. Yes. That's how we bring tourism. So do you need volunteers for yours?
Yep.
Tell them what you need and how they can find you.
Sure, I am still looking for volunteers. Like I said, Don Carter's is already having a huge event the same day. So they're having anywhere between 400.
What is their event that they have the day before? It's Derby?
They have a derby on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, the Cinco, they're having a bowling
tournament or something inside.
So there's really gonna be about Jayme said anywhere from 400 to 800 people just for the tournament. That ends around 1 o'clock. So
And
yeah,
then outside.
it is outside.
And then it's outside.
So yes, we're looking for volunteers for the park to help us with parking, picking up trash, doing a little bit of security, and because we have an area for 21 and over only.
Yes.
So yeah, we're looking for volunteers to help us out. They can reach me at alonsoclain@outlook.com. Just email me with your information and yeah. So yeah, we're looking for volunteers.
Okay. And at the end of the segment too, and probably during the segment, you guys will see flyers of everybody's events popping up here and there so that you can see what the event is. Now that you've got to meet all of these lovely event coordinators in our area, I'm just so excited about this year. 2024 is definitely going to be a great and memorable year for all of us. So Thank you all for coming out on Unscripted. I enjoyed having every one of you. Some of you I've had on multiple times already, some of you for the first time. But I'm pretty much on everybody's committee right here. So literally. So go ahead and add something else to the 20 other things I'm doing. No, but I would be glad to help. If anyone needs mentorship or is interested in any of the events here, you can reach out to me or you can reach out to any of these lovely people here to volunteer, to become a sponsor, just to see how you can help and get engaged. You know, when people ask me, how are you so involved? How you get involved is volunteer. Jump in, see how you can help, see what you can bring to the table. That's how I got involved. You start volunteering. And then, you know, if you fall in love with it like I did, you end up doing it yourself. So you become a part of the mission. So thank you all for being on, and thank you all for watching Unscripted. Everybody, good night.